Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast.
But I would have said it more like, welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast.
You know, honey, you do you, I do me.
Okay, let's do it together.
Instead of saying you do you, I'm just going to start saying I do me.
IDM?
IDM.
I know you were always into IDM. Natasha, how you doing, huh? Natasha caught Omicron.
No, I didn't.
She actually caught it from Andrew and Brent on the Zoom last week. That's how contagious this thing is.
Dude, I just sent that article to my friend who's an epidemiologist where they said that they got it when a door opened across from a hallway in a hotel. I said, I don't buy this.
Who'd you say that to?
The epidemiologist.
Oh, you yelled at an epidemiologist?
I just said, are people in the scientific community disputing this because
dude.
it sounds really dumb?
My friend was like, hey, my girlfriend caught Omicron and he was supposed to have come over last Sunday. I was like, well, good thing you guys didn't come over last Sunday. And he goes, oh yeah, it's all good. She wasn't transmissible at that point. I'm like, oh, okay, Fauci. I didn't know that a
Nobody
stand-up
knows.
comedian.
So this article that just came out, they're saying that someone caught Omicron when a door opened across a hallway when someone was delivering food from like a person who was staying across a hallway.
Natasha, I don't want to talk about COVID. You know what I want to
You
talk about?
brought up Omicron.
I'm sorry. That was my bad. I really wanted to get something off my chest.
What?
I think that you might have a future as a baker.
Yeah. Okay, I know you want to make fun of my cookies. My Nana was really good at baking cookies every Christmas.
Should have left it in the old country.
She left me a book called Nana's Favorite Recipes, and it's all her Christmas cookies. I remember when I was little, we had candy cane cookies, we had chocolate whiskey cookies, we had white sesame cookies, we had biscotti, we had fig cookies.
Let me actually say something very controversial.
What? You don't like biscotti?
Italian cookies, and I would say Italian pastries in general are garbage.
Italian Christmas cookies are good.
No, let me just say it again so that the people at home hear me. So our Italian American listeners hear me. Italian pastries are not good.
Maybe
good.
the pastries aren't good, but the cookies are good.
Are pastries.
Okay, well,
what I'm saying is,
I think they're good.
What I'm saying is Italian cookies, pastries, gelato, they nailed, okay? Having big dicks, they're very good at that. Right?
Budino, affogato, tiramisu.
What is affogato?
None of that's very good.
Affogato? What is
good.
that?
I don't know. It's an Italian dessert that's good.
It's a beverage on top of a scoop of ice cream. I don't see it. All I'm saying is, listen, nobody's doubting the contributions that the Italians have made to global cuisine. Pasta is a banger.
No, by the way, my Nana, she made me pasta once when she was kind of losing it and she would have to put her hairpiece on top of her head, you know? Like you'd come over and then she remembered she was, had to put her wig on.
Yeah.
And then I remember she made us pasta with Campbell's soup. Tomato soup is the sauce.
Look, all I'm saying is I've never been to an Italian bakery and been like, damn. And people keep trying to convince me on this cannoli thing.
Cannolis are good.
Cannolis are so bad. They're like stale bread crackers with just a pound and a half of yogurt inside of it.
It's not yogurt. It's like a
cream,
sweetened cream cheese.
And then what do? They take each side and they just jam it in pistachios.
Yeah,
that's not good. That isn't good. The French.
Well, anyway,
they can do it.
Yes, the French can.
The Americans can get it.
No.
The British can get it. But
with dessert?
Hell yeah.
British people? Oh, you're thinking of like British Bake Off?
Bitch, a sticky pudding.
Okay, well, anyway, I have successfully made some of these cookies before, but this year...
This was not your year.
This was not my year, and also...
I would describe the frosting you made as ectoplasmic.
Well, our daughter liked it so much she was coming into the kitchen to drink it.
Yeah, our daughter barely knows English.
Okay, well, I'm just saying...
All I'm saying is she would eat a horse feeder full of sugar if you gave it to her.
Listen, I ordered anise flavoring for these cookies... They sent
anise.
They sent.
It sounds like anus. You have to admit that,
I know,
right?
honey.
You
very funny.
That. Thank you.
They sent aromatherapy.
You got essential oils instead of
essential oils.
What do you mean they sent? You bought the wrong thing.
I bought the wrong thing. That's true. Okay, so the point is, my cookies suck. But it's not my fault because my Nana was drunk when she wrote these recipes.
Oh, okay.
And so I have two aunts who will like tell me what is supposed, like, no, it's not 3 tablespoons of baking powder. It's 2.5 tablespoons. It's everything's just very like incremental. And then yesterday, this thing I found, I put orange juice in it.
Here's the deal.
That was written on one of my aunt's notes.
We're gonna put the recipe to Natasha's Nana's drunken Christmas cookies, her anus cookies, on our Instagram. You guys make some of Nana's cookies.
I made them once and they were good.
See if you can do it better than Natasha, the progeny, the sire of old drunk Nana could do.
I'm glad that I'm not a good cook. I have other things to do.
Like let me cook you dinner.
You can cook me dinner. I can go to a nice restaurant. I could chop vegetables for somebody else to make dinner.
What do you mean somebody else?
You.
Is there somebody else?
No, you.
Are you? Can I ask you a serious question?
No. Sure, honey. Yes.
Are you seeing someone else?
No.
Are you though?
No.
Because I found lipstick on your collar recently. And you were smelling a lot like Drakkar Noir the other night. Natasha, if you need to see someone else to feel alive in these trying times, listen, you got to go ahead and do it. But you know what I would do if I were you?
What?
If you do it?
What?
Keep it a secret.
I just feel like I don't really fit in with the world anymore.
I was about to say, speaking of secrets, and then we were going to play a secret, but I like that you went into ennui again. I was finding it.
Well, all right, for example, we watched this amazing movie last night. It was so good. And you almost wouldn't watch it with me because you said it only got 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, which apparently I don't read Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't check it before I watch something.
I actually,
but
my morning ritual is I wake up, I make myself a cup of Joe, and then I crack open Rotten Tomatoes and I see what the papers have to say.
I don't, before I'm about to watch a movie, I don't go see what its rating is.
I do, because I'm not trying to waste my time.
Okay, well, that movie we saw, Don't Look Up.
Took you a while to remember the name.
Well, I was going to maybe wait to say the name of it, but it was so good. And then why did it get such a... You said that like nothing gets that low of a rating.
No, I didn't say that. It's not one of the lowest rated movies ever. It's just, it is splitting the critics. People think, I guess, that it's heavy handed.
It was really great. It had great performances. It was so funny. People just don't understand what satire is. They're like, why are you doing that to us?
No, I don't know. You think it's that it was just too dour. I loved it. I really loved it. It felt to me...
People don't want things to say anything.
It felt to me like two billboards in reverse. Like two billboards, everybody was saying it was good, and I was like, did you see it? And this is like everybody's saying it's bad, and I'm confused. It feels like one of those, is the dress white, or is it, what was the other color people thought it was? Gold?
Ecru?
Yeah, ecru. That's what it was. You remember that meme from 4 years ago? White or ecru dress?
Oh, sorry, honey. I can't reminisce about memes from 4 years ago. My mind
Dude, I
doesn't.
love memes so much. You ever see that that one where the girl's like mer gerd? You ever see that one? You ever see the one that's like the cat with cool sunglasses on? You ever see that one?
Okay, well, I just want to ask the listeners, if you've seen this movie and you didn't like it, can you explain why? I guess I haven't read the reviews that say that why it's bad, but not often do I watch something where it's actually funny. It has great characters that actually have arcs and satire. It's saying something about society in what I thought wasn't like a super over the top heavy way.
You know, I watch something regularly that is actually funny and has great characters with an arc and is saying something.
What?
It's called the Endless Honeymoon Podcast.
That's true.
So you want our listeners to call in and tell you why they disliked a movie you liked?
Well, sometimes I think people are very articulate. So if someone, because I just feel like, how could that be?
How could someone not like that movie?
Well, how could like movies like Three Billboards that are boring and don't say anything and barely make sense be like darlings of the critics? I don't know if I should say that about that movie. I barely remember it, but you brought it up, and I remember thinking like feeling very empty after it. Like what?
You know what? I feel very empty.
And then
after we make love,
this movie was so good, and I haven't seen a good movie in so long.
I mean, do you thought it was one of the best movies you've ever seen or something?
No, but I found it so entertaining and just really great.
Well, listen, watch the movie.
And there's so little that's great in terms of comedy movie.
It was very funny. I did enjoy it very much. I do wonder. Why the hate, folks? I think maybe people.
Love to hate.
People thought it was condescending.
Most things suck. Condescending how? Like, oh, don't tell us something depressing.
Listen, I couldn't tell you. I enjoyed the movie.
Maybe like two influential critics thought it was condescending.
No, it was 56% on Rotten Tomato, which means that many, and by the way, I call it Rotten Tomato because I remember it when it was just a fledgling business and it was only one tomato. They couldn't afford multiples.
I remember Netflix. When I first moved to LA, you'd get your little envelope.
I remember Netflix when it was just called Netflix and it was one movie. Seriously, it was Short Circuit. People were just trading one DVD of Short Circuit.
All right. Well, you don't have to tell me why you didn't like that movie if you didn't like it. I'm just kind of that kind of thing depresses me.
It depresses you when you see something and you feel like moved by it and you don't see that it's universally recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because I'm moved by so little.
That's what I feel like about the collected works of gangster rapper Spice One. Nobody gives him the credit that he's due. You know, he's the first guy to really do the kind of reggae patois in a gangster milieu. Anyway.
I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised. My whole life, I really did want to kind of like, I never am, I'm not a people pleaser person.
Honey,
I'm a people pleaser in my personal life, but I'm not like mainstream.
Honey,
mainstream is like my enemy.
But it's a mainstream movie. It's a huge movie on starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, Meryl Streep. It's not like we're talking about some small indie that didn't get the accolades.
Well, maybe the sensibilities aren't mainstream enough to hit with the.
Who knows?
The masses.
I would say critics are.
I'm a critic.
Are you? You do have a degree in theater criticism.
I feel like I like being critical of things.
I definitely feel that you like being critical of one thing.
You?
Your partner. Yeah, I would say that. Hey, Natasha.
Hey. Yeah.
Would you like to listen to some secrets?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. I have a secret that is low-key, but I think funny. I was babysitting a while back, and the baby spit up on the carpet. And I was looking around and could not find anything to wipe it up with. So I took off the baby's sock, and I wiped up the puke. And then I turned the sock inside out, and I put it back on the baby's foot.
Why?
Thank you.
Why?
Love the pod.
Why? Why put the sock back on the baby's foot?
Because that's what babysitters do.
Right.
Although I was going to say I did wipe my child's face with a dirty sock today.
Well,
in the car. No, but I didn't put the sock then back on her foot. I just threw it back on the floor of your car.
Yeah, on my car.
Yeah, your car has a lot of your car has a lot of dirty socks in it.
Well, it's got more than that. A lot of dirty panties too, if you know what I'm saying. I go into your laundry. I bring your dirty panties into the car for my commute so that I can remember you fondly as I drive all the way to Bakersfield. I don't understand putting the sock back on the baby. Why not just not put the sock back on the baby?
Path of least resistance.
That's not the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance is to throw the sock in the hamper and be like, oh, I need a new sock. I don't get it. Don't put the sock on the baby.
Oh, I know. Rebellion.
Oh, you want the baby to have puke foot?
No, it's just kind of like a punk rock thing.
You think that was a big time punker?
Yeah, well, you're just kind of like, that'll do. It's kind of like when I'm getting ready for your family to come. And
okay, let's hear another secret.
Like,
hey, I have a secret. I've never told anyone, not even my partner of 11 years. I don't know why, but I masturbate every day on the drive home. I have no idea why, or I don't know. It's just something that I do. It's weird as hell. Never told anybody. Don't plan on telling anyone else. Just thought I would share. So I could get a kick out of it. Yeah.
I love that he said, I don't know why twice. Like, I know why you're horny.
But every day at the same time?
Well, because he's probably got a long commute. But I got to say, if I found that out about you,
yeah,
that would just be very disturbing to me.
Really?
Every day you masturbate in the car in traffic coming home. All I'm saying to the guy out there is like, maybe don't tell her.
He's not going to tell her.
Good.
Actually, that's the reason that we set up the secret dump to begin with. The Secrets Hotline was set up for people to have an outlet to tell our hotline something that they just, even if it's not that big of a deal, something that you don't want to tell anyone else. Because there's nothing worse than having a secret you've never told anyone else.
You don't think that'd be weird if you told me that every day you jerked off on the way home?
Yeah, I guess.
Because, like, where does the cum go? That's what I want to know.
In your mouth. So, next question. No, in the baby's sock. And then you put it back on the baby's foot.
So it's like there's cum in your car every day.
Right.
And then it's like you're coming home. You're coming
home.
You're coming home. And then you probably don't want to have sex that night because you just came.
Well, that is a good question. Is he still able to, like, get it up for his wife? I would guess the answer is yes.
Also, I just feel like it's a little bit aggressive. Like, I know this sounds weird, but like...
Partner. I don't know that he has a wife. What do I know?
Like, as a woman, if I'm driving down the street if I happen to see a guy masturbating on the freeway, that is going to be really disturbing to me.
And, and to back you up, if I'm ever driving down the street and I look over and a woman is masturbating on the freeway, that's going to be really delightful to me. And I'm going to really want to see it every day. And I'm probably going to try to recreate the route just on the off chance that I would find that woman again. Now, Natasha, have you ever masturbated in a car? In your car? What for?
Some guy told me to do it on my way home.
So you it wasn't even self-motivated.
No, but I kind of liked it, I guess.
Part of the patriarchy in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, was he on the phone with you or you were by yourself? And
I was just by myself.
It was like a power thing. He's like, I want you to masturbate on your way home thinking
probably of something like that.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I have definitely masturbated on the road.
Yeah. It seems like most men probably have.
Well, when you're young, it's hard to not masturbate. But, the part that is odd about this fellow is the every single day, same time. That's really interesting. I don't know what to say about it, but I think the likelihood is, sir, that you have some sort of deep and abiding sexual and psychological disorder, and you should stay away from people.
No, I'm sure it's normal. I just think, just make sure you're not doing it when anything's slowed down because, it could be traumatizing. There's kids in other cars.
That's true. But you can't really see in someone's lap unless you're a big rig trucker. And
no,
usually,
if you're in one of those high up SUVs, you look down. I remember Dice used to have a joke. He's like, I look down, I can see your slice.
Let me just say
the women.
He
said he could see their
slice, yeah.
That they would be the women would be driving in their cars with their legs open, and he was in his SUV looking down at them.
At their slice.
Let
me just commend you on a spot on Andrew Dice Clay impression. At first, it sounded like a vaguely ethnic accent. And it was definitely, that was the Dice Man.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Well, the Dice Man, in his car, he cometh. When he sees a slice, he starts jerking off and he cometh.
Well, thank you for sharing.
We don't judge you. Do your thing. Jerk off. Make the commute more exciting.
Just every other day.
Yeah, maybe spice it up. Try it on the way to work one day. See what happens. All right, let's hear another.
Hey, Natasha. Hey, Moshe. I have a secret. I'm a straight female married to a man, but for some reason, whenever I masturbate, I think about my husband being with other women, and I get off harder than I ever have. The first time I did it, I had a mind-blowing orgasm, so now I do it every time. And specifically, I like thinking about him eating another woman's pussy. I picture her having her leg propped up and him being underneath. Something about that really gets me off. Anyways, I love the show. Thanks. Bye.
It's like something about someone else fucking him. Really gets me going.
That's how you interpreted that. That's interesting. Yeah, right. But it's interesting. To me, it's a funny thing. Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, but let me just say too, I just always think it's positive if someone finds a way to get off.
Yeah, anything goes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, with some exceptions, but
yeah, I mean, I think that's really cool that she was able to figure that out.
You know what I always picture when I masturbate? Have I ever talked to you about this?
What?
An older Italian woman with a hairpiece making anus cookies, and I'm eating her pussy with one leg propped up. Is that weird?
That is really nasty. That is my nana.
No, I'm not talking about your nana. What are you, crazy? It's not her. It's an older Italian woman with some mild dementia putting a hairpiece in, making anus cookies. One leg propped up. I feel like, okay, I'm about to make a generalization. I feel like men, when they masturbate, and maybe I'm just wrong about this. Now that I'm about to say it out loud, I think I'm wrong. But I feel like I've always felt like men, when they masturbate, they visualize specific sexual scenarios. Usually, if you have had enough sexual partners, you envision sexual partners that you've had. And women always feel like, well, I feel like this is ignorant. But I feel like women don't think about specific sexual scenarios when they're masturbating. Is that stupid? That's stupid, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. I always thought women were like
You're
physical.
actually kind of stupid.
That could be true. That could be true. What do women think? What do you think about? You don't have to answer that question.
When I'm having sex?
No.
I mean, I don't think it's like a gender thing.
When you're alone, masturbating, you're not looking at porn.
You think women aren't thinking of scenarios?
Listen, I regret saying it. I guess I always had this impression that men are like visual, so they have to picture the visualization of a sex partner or an imagined sex partner, and that women are more like in touch and in tune with their bodies, and so they're just focusing on the physical pleasure that they're having. But now that I say it out loud, it feels dumb.
Well, honey, I'm glad that you got there and you said yourself that you sound dumb.
Well, okay, yeah. So you picture scenarios.
I mean, yeah, just I do whatever men do.
I doubt that very much. I very much doubt that.
Well, I just don't
You think about your ugliest sexual partner sometimes when you masturbate?
Is that what you do?
If you'd like to leave a secret on our secrets hotline, give us a call, 213-222-8608.
Or send us an email. Tell me why you didn't like Don't Look Up at endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com, or follow us on Instagram, where also all of these podcasts are on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment.
And don't forget to, tonight, like we reminded you at the beginning of the episode, tonight is our big New Year's Eve show.
Oh, everyone's coming to that, honey.
I know, but come on. Go.
Yeah.
Get your ticket right now. Right now. Go buy that ticket now. Maria Bamford.
There's nothing else to do.
Atsuko, friend of the pod. Brent Weinbach, friend of the pod. Andrew Masham, friend of the pod.
I haven't seen
Caleb
Maria
Huron,
in like a year. I'm so excited.
Maria, one of the greatest comedians. All these people are some of the greatest comedians. And you're yours truly, and Natasha Leggero, the lovely and talented Natasha Leggero, will be on the thing.
I kind of like Zoom comedy, to be honest. I wouldn't be that upset if that's just what we did now.
I would. I will be back in a city near you soon as Omicron goes away. But if you would like to come to the show tonight, go to tinyurl.com/2022 mega show.
/Omicron.
No, don't add that. That'll just get you a naked picture of Brent and Andrew sucking each other's dicks. Get your tickets now, and we'll see you tonight.